Kofeena coffee, the refreshing taste of coffee. उनकी ओर से एक और एपिसोड लेकर हम हाजिर हो गए हैं. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We have another episode with Kofeena coffee, the refreshing taste of coffee. And today we have a very special guest. Very hard to get here because of her busy schedule. She is none other than, of course, Mrs. Krupali Tappoo, who is very much attached to the Science Sanjeevani Hospital. A very special welcome, madam. Thank you so much for accepting my invite.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I actually wanted to sort of like invite you way back, but I knew you're quite busy. But today we had a chance, so I said, why not? Let's go for it. How's work?
It's great.
It's great. Enjoying?
Of course.
Yeah.
I think you have to enjoy your work.
You have to enjoy. Unless and until, if you don't enjoy, what's the point of being there?
That's right.
So how does your day begin? Din ki shuruat, I mean, what are the things? Does it, you got other house chores and all those things?
So I guess in terms of the day, you know, of course, wake up in the morning. I've got a 5-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old daughter.
How's she doing?
She's good.
She's good. She's
fine.
good. Yeah.
So, trying to make sure that they're ready for school. So, that sort of starts. I really like to have my masala tea.
Oh, okay.
With lots of masala and mint and, all of those sort of things. So
I think that refreshes everyone.
It does.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. So I have my tea. I have some breakfast. I usually like to have something healthy, wheat bix, bananas, that sort of stuff. So I think breakfast is very important.
Health conscious very much?
I don't know, I eat other things, but I think it's very important to be healthy. I am a doctor at the end of the day, so I think...
You're telling others to be healthy.
Yes, so we have to lead by example,
Lead by example, exactly.
Yes, and after that, get dressed for work. Actually, before that, I also like to spend a little bit of time, before my girls go to school, we spend a little bit of time in our temple at home. Just chant a few things, a few mantras and things, and I think it's good. It sets you right for the day, a little bit of quiet time. I think for different people who have different religions or whatever they believe in, I think it's good to have that bit of quiet time in the morning, and it helps you through the day.
But your originality, that's from India, right? If I'm correct?
No, so I'm born in Fiji.
Born in Fiji? Oh my God! How come we didn't know about it?
Oh well, now you do.
Now we know about it.
Now you know. Yeah,
so
Fiji.
In Fiji.
Yes.
In Suva.
In Suva.
Oh, okay.
I'm born in Suva. I studied at Vayuta Primary School.
Right.
Till about year 6, and then I went to Stella Maris Primary School for years 7 and 8, and then I was at St. Joseph's Secondary. After that, I went to medical school. It used to be called the Fiji School of Medicine.
School of Medicine, yes.
So I studied there, and then I did 1 year of internship at CWM Hospital, and then I moved to Australia, and I worked there.
That portion probably people didn't knew about it, being in Australia and all those.
For about 10 years I was there. I worked in several.
And that's why lots of people have that perception that probably you are not from here, if I'm correct. I mean, people must be asking you at times, are you from here or India?
Times
or
they do, but
they do.
I think, most people know now, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, how's Mr. Tappoo doing?
He's good.
He's good. Does he have free time for you, or is it too busy doing shows and doing other stuff?
Well, he is quite busy. He travels quite a bit, but he does prioritize the family. And when he's here, he does his best to spend time with the family. I think that's still important.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, I think we met a few times. We got to know each other, and then we thought that we wanted to be with each other.
It clicked.
Yes, it
clicked. Okay.
Yes.
Your day with the hospital itself. I mean. It's a big hospital, and so many positive response about that hospital. So many people are talking about you. When you walk into that premises, what's it feel like?
Well, I think that hospital is very special. Yeah. It's truly incredible, and I feel that it's a temple of healing. And I think when you enter the hospital, there's a lot of positivity, and I think that really I think the whole atmosphere. Whether it's the clinical wing where we've got all sorts of, different characters and different themes that run through the hospital to make it more child-friendly. I think it's a very positive environment. And I have a few different roles and a few different jobs that I do on a daily basis. I also have my own private practice. I'm a GP. So I spend time there at Tappoo City seeing my patients.
And then you go
and
there.
then I go to the hospital as well. So I go there a few days a week. I'm there at the hospital. Obviously, it's more of a management role. I'm a director of the hospital, so there's a lot of things that I have to work with our management team and look after. And when the surgeries are happening, then it's really busy and full on, and usually I'm there most of the day for the first few days at least, because there are different teams that come through, and we have to be there as the local team to be providing support to
Working
them.
with the experts that come from overseas, just a little bit of that experience.
Oh, I think it's been an incredible experience. I mean, Satya, now we've had 10 teams that have come to our hospital, and they've been from different countries.
The style of the work?
Yes, so it's interesting. They're similar yet can be a little bit different. So we've had teams from the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Australia, yeah, of course. And I guess they're all amazing. These are all very incredible individuals who donate their time, and so they're passionate about what they do. And I think it's, for me personally, I think it's really incredible because after medical school, when I was working in Australia, I thought initially I might become a cardiologist. But after working in the medical system, even there for some time, doing night shifts and working all different hours, I realized that I didn't want to do that, and I decided to become I decided to become a GP. But I'll tell you what's so incredible is that I now work with cardiac surgeons and cardiologists, and get to meet them at a different level and build a really amazing, incredible relationship with them. So I think for me, working with all the different teams from different parts of the world has been such an incredible experience, because you learn new things from the different people that come. They have different cultures, they have slightly different styles of working as well. And for us as a hospital, it's nice to get different feedback from different experts from around the world, and we continue to improve on our facilities and upgrade ourselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
Why I just sort of hopped into your sort of answer where you're talking about the cardiologist is because lots of people dil to pagal hai and all those stupid things happening, and then it beats sort of, you've got a lot of people in your heart, suddenly you get heart attack, lots of cases popping up.
Yes.
Should have been a cardiologist.
Well,
okay, I was talking about the kids. One thing about that hospital, I just want to compliment that one thing that really inspires, and I get carried away with it. It doesn't have a counter, cash counter, or is it
billing
counter?
Yes.
One hospital which doesn't have a billing counter, that means it's absolutely free.
Yes,
right?
it is.
And then of course there are people outside who have been funding it. Their support has been there, and that's one good thing about Sumit, your hubby, is that he is working so hard to have it happen. That's a compliment. Please share my compliment with him.
Definitely, I will. And I think Sumit's working incredibly hard, and also many of our members are working really hard to create awareness, to reach out to people, because it's not easy, Satya. It's been a difficult journey, and we're definitely, in a much better place now than we were maybe 2 years ago. So, I think the awareness is important, and we appreciate the people who have supported us from around the world. And I also encourage more people to come forward and help, because it's for a great cause. These children, many of them will die if we didn't provide these services. So
I believe we have a sip of coffee and then we continue.
Sure.
Kofeena coffee, the refreshing taste of coffee की ओर से episode जो है हमारा हम आप तक पहुंचा रहे हैं. With your very heavy schedule, what's the support like from immediate family members?
So I have to really thank the people that are there in my life.
Okay, I'm talking about your parents or brothers or sisters or anybody for that matter.
Yeah, so I guess, growing up, when I decided that I was going to do medicine, I think my family were very supportive of
Was it from the beginning that you thought you're going to do medicine?
I think when I was in high school... You
could have become a good model, supermodel today. You'd have been modeling in front of us, and would have been, or a nice boutique shop or anything like that.
Well, I think I thought that would be a good profession for me, because my dad's uncle, my grand-uncle, was Dr. Champak Rathod.
Okay.
He was an ophthalmologist. He was an eye specialist.
Well-known personally.
Yes. And I remember watching him working, and I always thought that was very inspirational, and to be able to help people, I thought was a great a great idea, and that's probably why I went into do medicine. And I have no regrets because I truly enjoy what I do.
If you're sort of by chance, if you're not a specialist or a doctor, what would have you been?
The other,
अगर ये नहीं होती तो
शायद dentist होती.
Dentist?
Yeah, pharmacist.
Wasn't it been odd that sort of like, as I said, the modeling side of it and things like that?
No, I never thought about that.
You have the beauty, you have everything in you.
I never thought about that.
Never
actually.
thought of you.
Yes.
Okay. So what is that brings that confidence in yourself? What is it?
I think you have to believe in yourself.
Okay.
And I think you have to believe in what you do. And I think you need to know what the purpose is behind it. I think when you know your purpose in life, I think that
Was there
really
any
helps.
regrets till today? I mean, you could have said, I should not have done that.
No.
No.
No. I think everything.
Even if you had, you won't share with us. I know.
No. I'm honest, Satya. You know, I don't think I have any regrets because I think everything that you do in your life, some of it is a lesson as well, and some you learn. Some you learn things from it, right? But I think that personally, I feel I don't really have any regrets. I mean, I moved to Australia, you know, because like many other young doctors, you know, I thought for more training opportunities, for better, you know, a more developed sort of country to live in, I moved. But I moved back to Fiji in 2016 because of this foundation and the work that was going to happen with the hospital. And I thought if I can help my country, why not? So I moved here and I initially thought, look, if things didn't work out, then I would go back to Australia. But here we are, it's 8 years and so much has happened. So I'm very grateful for...
Okay. But right now, being the administrator of the whole thing, and then you meet politicians, the top politicians, country executives, the business communities, the sort of like your surrounding people and all those. They must be talking to you because not everybody has that opportunity for them to mingle with those kind of people. How's that feel?
Oh, I think it feels incredible, and I think it's great to be able to be in a platform where, you know, you can have your voice heard, or at least you can share your ideas and thoughts, and I think that helps. It helps you personally, but also professionally. And I think for me, a lot of what I do is my passion for the hospital and the work that I do there.
One question you may pass, if you sort of, there are times when sort of you'll get lots of attention in comparison to your hubby. Is there jealousy at times that she's getting the limelight and all those things?
Not at all. Not at all.
I'll make sure that he doesn't watch this episode.
No, not at all.
Not
Look,
at all.
I think he's very supportive, and you talked about support systems earlier.
Exactly.
He's very, very supportive, and I support him, and he supports me. And I think you have to, if you want to be in a successful marriage or a successful partnership. You know, I think you have to trust each other. You have to work with each other, and I think that element of jealousy is it's not good for that.
It's not a big thing.
No, not at all.
What's the most rewarding thing for you till today? If there is anything, or you think there will be more to come?
Oh, I think there may be more to come, but look, I think for me, what's in my life, what's rewarding is the two girls that I have. I have two daughters. We have two daughters, Saisha and Mira. I think it's really incredible to be
Who's the naughty one?
The little one.
The little
Mira.
one. Yeah.
So I think it's incredible to be a mother to two daughters because I really believe in women's empowerment. I believe, you know, that we need to, you know, inspire the next generation and women as well. And I think for me, the other thing that's probably been really incredible is being able to be a part of this journey with the Sanjeevani Children's Hospital.
When you say sort of like you get sort of like lots of people's attention and all those things, international figures, I'm talking about the international leaders and all those, do you get inspired by, name three if you get inspired of the three ladies or three gents you get who have been sort of, whose work you admire or things like that?
I would say Michelle Obama. I
you
think
love her,
is
right?
quite inspiring in some of what she does and what she says. So I think she's inspiring. I think Malala Yousafzai is quite inspiring because, you know, I think education for women and girls is truly really important. Really important if we want to address a lot of the issues that we have with equality and gender gaps, and I think education is truly important. And the other person I find very inspiring is the founder of our hospital. His name is Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai.
Right.
And I think he's very inspiring because he's leading a global mission which is transforming lives of thousands and thousands of people around the world in education, nutrition, and
Of course,
healthcare.
yeah. Kofeena coffee, the refreshing taste of coffee. Of course, you can have your sip there.
Sure.
It's one of those best coffees we're offering to our people. When we were setting up for this interview, there were a few things that was always in my mind to ask. And I believe that sometimes when I ask these types of questions, people laugh at it and then they say it was fun. This is the fun side of some of those questions which I'm going to ask. You may pass if you think it's not my kind of question.
Okay.
But are you sort of called by a nickname or anything like that?
No, I'm
No.
not. Yeah.
Childhood days, still there wasn't anything?
No.
Just a simple Krupali?
Yes.
What does Krupali mean?
It means kindness.
Kindness.
Yeah.
Are you a kind person?
I believe so.
What's your favorite savory? Any savory? I'm not sure how much you are a foodie person, but then again, savories is something that sort of, someone says you want sweet or savory, I will say just go for the savory and things like that, if there is anything.
Savory.
Anything? Or you just anything that comes your way, if it's nice presented?
Yeah, I'm not very fussy and picky, but I don't like to eat a lot of fried foods.
Okay.
I mean, I do enjoy samosas, but I wouldn't really eat it a lot. But yeah, savories are good. I think any kind of savory foods, once in a while. Salt and vinegar chips, I think, can be quite nice.
Oh, wow.
Not often, but sometimes.
Distributed by Tappoos. And do you watch Bollywood movies?
Very rarely, I'll be honest. I don't really watch a lot of Bollywood movies.
If, in the same context, can I ask you if you have favorite songs or type of songs you love?
You know, when I was younger, though, I did watch some
still
Bollywood
young.
movies,
Yeah.
as in many years ago,
Yes,
I
yes,
mean. And I think there was a movie, 1942, A Love Story.
A Love Story.
I think that movie was quite amazing and
Yes,
had some
Anil
beautiful,
Kapoor.
beautiful
Ek Ladki
songs.
Ko Dekha To
Yes,
Aisa
that's
Laga and all
right.
those
That was a great movie, I think.
Any favorite singer who you think is till today the best? I mean, at present we have Ajit, and that 1942 A Love Story song is sung by Kumar Sanu.
Yeah, I think he's a great singer.
Great
I think
singer.
that he probably, sang quite incredible songs for so many years and,
Yes.
and could
Continues
his voice
to.
And then continues to
Yeah,
do so.
that
Sonu-
90s era
That's
was
right. I think
his.
Sonu Nigam is also a great singer. The newer ones, I am not very familiar because I don't really listen to a lot of that music.
Are you a fashionable person, or you keep yourself up to date with the fashion?
Yeah, I like to. I like to dress well.
Okay.
I like
Is
to
there any
present
sort
myself.
of like outfit which you prefer in comparison to the others?
I think in different contexts, I prefer
contexts.
different things.
Or
So,
different occasions?
yes, at different occasions. If I'm, of course, if I'm at work, I prefer to wear formal clothes. I might wear a formal dress, or I might wear pants and a shirt. If I'm going, if it's a relaxed sort of weekend, then I'll wear something that's more comfortable. If I'm going to an Indian wedding, I like to wear sari.
Saris, yeah. And when you leave your house, what are the three things that you can't afford to forget, or you never forget? You carry it with you. Three things.
Three things.
Yes.
Okay, my handbag, my
Must.
phone,
Phone.
my car keys.
Are you attached to too much your phone?
I wouldn't say I'm attached to it, but I think these days a lot of us probably do hang on to our phones because
Yes.
we're constantly communicating with people. But I try to limit my screen time as well. I think it can be challenging at times, but yeah.
How
work.
your interaction with the social media?
So I do use some social media. I have a Facebook page, I have an Insta page. I post at times, but I don't post a lot of personal things. I think for me, I use social media more so for the work side
For the
of
work
things.
side of things.
And Yeah, but I like to,
Interact.
interact.
Yeah. Do you love the tropical country or a cold country? I mean, people have their different options.
Yeah. I do like the cold climate. I really enjoy and find it very refreshing.
You like traveling?
I love traveling.
Uh-huh.
It's one of my favorite
Any of
things
those
to
countries that you are so fond of, or you would love to go again and again and again?
Well, I went to Paris, a few years, as in France, a few years ago. I'd really like to go back there. Last year we were in Czech Republic. Prague was a beautiful city. I'd like to travel a bit more of Europe, go to Italy. I haven't been there.
I was about to say that,
I would love to.
Europe is being
Yes.
that. Yeah, and would you rather lose love or money?
Lose money.
It's not the love.
No. I think love is very important, and I think sometimes you can't get that back.
Money?
Money will come and go in
Come
life.
and go. You still prefer that love thing. And if you are stuck in an elevator, what kind of people you'd be sort of okay with it?
People who are calm,
Calm?
people who, would
Anyone
like to...
special that you, even if you are stuck in an elevator, you won't mind?
I won't mind. Well, if it was my...
It could be scary at times.
It could be scary.
Exactly.
It could be my husband and my daughters. I
Yeah.
think that would be okay. I wouldn't mind being stuck
But
with
still
them.
want to get out of that.
But would still want to get out of it. Yes.
Exactly. I mean, the thing when you look at yourself, your family, your sort of like work related, what do you think of the present trend of people working? Do you think they could be done more, or are they okay, or is that so-so?
I think in the past, Satya, people had one job and they stuck to it for many, many years. I think the younger generation now often want to change, and people want money. Everyone wants more money, better hours, and I think sometimes that can be challenging. Especially with certain jobs and certain roles. And I feel that the dedication, the commitment levels, I think are lower than what they used to be. And
Your
then
favorite sports or anything
my
like that?
favorite sport.
Anything, if you're a sports person, or you
I
love
like to
what?
swim. I
Swim.
like to watch rugby. I like to watch cricket.
And have you ever heard of Satya or SN?
Yes, I have.
You did?
Yes, of course. You're very popular, Satya. Everybody knows you.
Okay, but have you ever thought that one day you'll be sitting with SN and having an interview, chit-chat, having fun?
Not at all.
Not at all?
So
How's that
thank you.
feel like?
Feels great.
Feels great.
Good to be here.
It was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for taking your time out. बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. I enjoyed talking to you, and I'm quite sure our viewers, they will be sort of watching, smiling, talking, and saying, look at Satya asking all sorts of crazy questions. And look at Krupali, she's enjoying the interview. Thank you so much. Of course, Kofeena Coffee, the refreshing taste of coffee. उनकी ओर से एपिसोड हम आप तक ला रहे थे. आज हमारे खास मेहमान कृपाली टापू, जो कि साइंस संजीवनी हॉस्पिटल के साथ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हैं एंड डायरेक्टर हैं. आज बड़े खुशनसीब हम थे कि शी वाज इन आवर स्टूडियो. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much. बहुत शुक्रिया. धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू.